set of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. More now to return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He will find the rookie from Purdue. That's Rondale Moore. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. A little bit of space there for Cook that time as he winds up getting about 7 there on first down. Well, remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A give. This is Cook. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cardinals. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with it. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0.
49ers nothing.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Lance now on first down. Flushed out right. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara. And a carry on first down by Mostert, going to wind up losing yardage there as he stopped for officially a loss of 2. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, Just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Lance now on first down. Over the middle, he completes it to Hurd. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. On second down, here's the option. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Mostert. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. And Lance going to give this to Mostert here on the option. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a run with Cook. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Here's Murray. Setting up the screen for Cook. Cook able to escape. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second down, they go right back to Cook, and he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. From the gun on third down, Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. Murray to Moore, first down, Arizona.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Murray now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Nelson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On second down, it's Cook again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Dalvin Cook, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we're in the middle part of this season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Khalil Mack in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. From the gun on third down, Lance. Forced out to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They try again with Cook. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Murray now. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield. And
for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. Off of play action, here's Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 35.
Ain't doing nothing.
Touchdown, 49ers. Well, for Trey Lance, not only was he the youngest quarterback in the 2021 draft class, but many say he had the strongest arm, too, and he showed it off here. Gold to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Cook. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Going deep for Hopkins. All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Play action. Now it's Lance. His throw incomplete. The safety, Budda Baker, there to force the incompletion.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Lance looking to throw it. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lance. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Now Lance again. And that's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. And he's going to be brought down back in his own 6-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Murray looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. First down, Murray. He finds his man, complete. It's Moore. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
First down, Cardinals.
A final shot before half for Murray, sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Lance a handoff here to Mostert. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It was Marcus Golden that time who came roaring in to get him. And he will find his man Samuel. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Lance on target to Samuel for a Niner first. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Lance. Going for Hurd on the deep ball. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Defensively that time they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Cook with a run on first down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now Murray. And that is incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Byron Murphy, the first pick of the second round there defensively. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. Escaping the pressure right. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Lance now to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
And he'll just get rid of it. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Rush it, rush it, rush it.
Working from the gun, Lance. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They run it again with Cook. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Here's Murray from midfield. Being chased out left. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. It wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At the 46-yard line.
They run with Mostert off the option. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Mostert off the read option. And some space here. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, a lot of things have to go right for an option pitch to be successful. Everything lined up there on the long run.
It does, because you have to make the proper read. It doesn't matter what guy you've decided is going to be read on the defensive front. You still have to execute it.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you put something out there, you're giving yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down at 7. Throwing now is Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And at this stage, in the 4th, they need to work this into the end zone. A field goal doesn't do much. We'll see if they can cash in following the fumble recovery. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from taking the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Hurd. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. And Lance again going to keep it. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Lance going to give this to Mostert here on the option. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They find some open field here. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 46 yards. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They run with Mostert off the option. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Now Murray's got to have this one. Lets it go for Nelson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. J.J. Nelson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let him get anywhere near it.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. And they'll go for it. Lance steps away to his left. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Throw caught by Raymond. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Throwing now is Lance. That's going to be caught by Samuel. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Throwing again on second down. Lance dancing to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Murray. Steps away. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Rondale Moore, the intended target, and that'll make it third down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense.
The ball comes out, and now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
I'm fairly sure that there's no good time to cough up the football. But this couldn't be much worse, could it?
No.
This situation, this yard line, no chance.
They set it on a T for him. They're already in field goal range here late in the fourth now.
Yeah, warm up the kicker. Just make sure they take care of the ball now. They've got a chance to put this thing away.
At the 2-yard line.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Mostert. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Gold with the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Back to throw, Murray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull.